Good evening. They say that time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. That was a joke. So. I just wanted to start my speech with a joke so I can set the tone for the rest of it, but also to let you know that it's going to be just as confusing as that joke. For those who don't know me, my name is Jairus. I usually like to say it's virus with a J, but COVID has made that a little skeptical. So now I tell people it's like tigress with a J. But then they say, is your name Jairus? I'm like, no, it's not Jairus, it's Jairus. But, I digress. Or should I say I digress? I recently learned that a best man speech has two functions. Number one, to entertain. I can't make any promises, but I will attempt every single joke that I've written tonight. Number two is to share special insight about the groom from my unique perspective. What's that perspective? Honestly, I don't really know. I'm not qualified to give marital advice. I'm not qualified to give financial advice. I'm not really qualified to give any advice. What I am qualified to do is be an annoying little brother. If you don't believe me, ask my sisters. They will be my character reference. Still don't believe me? Case in point, today, during the ceremony, I gave Jared the wrong ring. If that's not younger brother status, I don't know what is. So as the youngest of four siblings, I consider myself overqualified. Although I'd argue that I am no longer that annoying little brother. In fact, none of us are that same four kids who used to share one washroom. We're older, we're mature, and now most of us are married. Janine got married in 2020, Athaja in 2021, and now Jared in 2022. You start to see a pattern. But to be fair, Janine got married in her mid-20s, and Athaja got married in her early 30s, and Jared, how old are you? Anyways, if you were to take all three ages, the aggregate sum, divided by the number of participants, cross-reference with my age, and then adjust for inflation, then Janine got married in 2020, Athaja 2021, Jared 2022, Jairus 2033. I'll see you guys next decade. Now, although we're not the same four kids sharing that same bathroom, I never forget everything that my siblings have done for me. Even as married couples with their own households, they still take care of their younger brother. They say that time flies like an... Okay. Even now, I have two new brothers that are now my kuyas, and they never cease to stop taking care of me as well. I don't say it enough, but thank you for being such a great family. Speaking of family, they say that marriage is not just a union of two people. It is a marriage of two families. I've only been in the tri-state area for one weekend, but I can already see how close Jared is with all of Alyssa's cousins, friends, and family. The first time I was over at their house and I met Tita Janie and Tito Hector, I had asked them, are you guys excited for the wedding? And they said, oh yeah, we're sad to lose a daughter, but we're happy to gain a son. And then Jared went over and said, "I love you, Mom." To be fair, though, they were cooking at the time and Tita Janie was chopping onions, so it sounded more like, "Oh yeah, I'm sad to lose a daughter, but I'm happy to gain a son." Also, side note, I've noticed that everyone calls you Elisa, but I call you Alyssa. So I'm starting to think, have I been mispronouncing your name this whole time? But then I also think maybe it's a Filipino thing because my girlfriend, Isabel, she spells her name with a Y instead of an I, similar to you, right? And I call her Isabel, but her cousins who have known her all her life call her Isabel. Have I been mispronouncing her name too? And she's my girlfriend. And then I realized Jared spells his name with a Y instead of an E. Is his name Jared? Anyways, I'm digressing again. So. Alyssa, I have no doubt in my mind that just as Jared is welcome in your family, you are welcome in ours. My parents call you their daughter. My brothers-in-law call you their sister. My sisters call you their sister. And I call you Alyssa, not Elisa, so I don't really know where that lands. I'm just joking. Alyssa, you are my sister. But in a way, you were also my brother. So, bro. And if you think we're close now, just wait. Marian and Richard have only been married to my sisters for a short time, but in that short while, they have become some of my best friends. I could see them doing this, like, whoa. To the point where I know that they're going to be my groomsmen during my wedding. But that's going to be for another 10 years, so don't worry about that. Most speeches generally have a little bit of advice. Again, I'm underqualified. Someone who would be qualified might say something like, "Are you guys thinking of kids? Oh, you should, get a stable job first, build up your equity, join your S&P and your NASDAQ and sprinkle in a little GME, classic adult stuff, right?" As the overqualified little brother, here's my advice. I recently learned that Ate Ja, as a newborn baby, was born at 2.5 pounds. Tiny. Janine was born at 3.5 pounds. Still small. I was born at 4.2 pounds. Jared.
No, just stop it.
It was almost like there was like an auction house in my mom's womb, and they were like, "Oh, I'll take 6 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, 7 pounds, do it here, 7.5 pounds, 8 pounds, 8 pounds." Jared was 11.2 pounds. So I don't know if you're thinking about having kids, but I think now's a good time to address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the elephant in the womb? Thank you, everyone. Good night. No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. They say that the right person brings out the best in you. I know that's true of Jared and Alyssa. Just read Alyssa and Jared's love story on their website. It's beautiful. Or so I'm told. I didn't really read it. I just skimmed it. But the main takeaway was that a truly great foundation is built on proper skincare. And now, Jared wears sunscreen every single day. If that's not bringing out the best in each other, I don't know what is. But to be fair, anything is better than the days of Twilight books being popular and Jared wearing wolf eye contacts with a fedora hat. I also know how happy Alyssa makes Jared. When Jared's in a great mood, he sings. And I don't mean he'll sing like a popular tune off the radio or an obscure track from Spotify. I mean he's going to sing and create his own melody using lyrics from something he is doing at the moment. So if Jared's doing laundry and he's in a good mood, he'll be like, doing laundry, doing laundry. And he has some really great hits. Like such classics as Great Canadian Superstore. Great Canadian Superstore. Great Canadian Superstore. Great Canadian Superstore. Great Canadian... And that just keeps going on. But I also know that this rubs off on Alyssa. Just the other night, I saw a video of Alyssa singing about how happy she was to get married. Her own original creation. I wasn't there, but I can only assume it was to the tune of Great Canadian Superstore. The wedding is in 3 days, ooh. I'm getting married to Jared soon. I can't wait to have his babies, dude. 11.2 pounds in the womb. I'm also grateful that Jared has someone to protect him from bugs. There was one time the 4 siblings went up to Montreal, and because we were broke, we got a really cheap hotel. There was an occupancy limit, so Jared and I had to sneak in through the fire escape located at the back. There were so many spiders on that fire escape. And like any good kuya, he made me go first. By the time we got to the hotel room, I was so paranoid, I just started stripping all my clothes, and I thought they were in my mouth, so I was spitting and went. Bleh. Luckily, Alyssa isn't as scared of bugs as Jared. As scared as Jared. So she can be the one to lead Jared up the fire escape of life. But that's not to say that Jared won't take care of Alyssa. For my most recent birthday, I wanted to go to Benihana. It's like a really expensive teppanyaki, hibachi-style cooking. But not only that, I wanted to go to Niagara Falls Benihana, which is doubly expensive. Without skipping a beat, Jared says, "No, bro, I got you." I was grateful, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised. That's because we grew up in the same household, and we learned the same lessons from our parents. It's not how much money you spend, it's who you spend it with. It's not the size of your house, but rather the size of your heart that makes a home. We also learned from our parents the value of quality time and acts of services as a love language. Every Filipino family knows that "I love you," translated in Tagalog, is "kain na tayo," or "let's eat." I won't go into detail about the 1,000,001 ways our parents have sacrificed for us. But as my mom likes to say, you're just a bunch of lucky kids. And I see how Jared pays that forward every single day with Alyssa. Case in point, the centerpieces on your tables was all tender love and care from yours truly, Jared. Although we all helped, I think Jared really did spend the most time to make sure every single one was perfect. Oh yeah, let's give him a round of applause. Although it was funny, when we were helping, it was me, Marian, and Richard, and Jared's job was to double check our final work, quality assurance. So Marian would give his, like, "Oh, Marian, that's great, good job, man." Richard would give his, "Yo, Rich, that's perfect." I would give mine, "Jairus, you're gluing too much, or you're not gluing enough here, you gotta glue all the flaps." But to be fair, Jared and I have always been like that. Which brings me to the last part of my speech, as I attempt to satisfy the second function of a best man speech. Growing up, Jared was my role model. We would do everything together. We would play video games, albeit we would fight over whose turn it was to play or who played for this long and it's my turn to play. Nevertheless, we would play together. We watched TV together. And I swear we watched so much SpongeBob, Harry Potter, and School of Rock that is now ingrained in our memories. We can recite the whole film. We also shared a room growing up, all the way till the end of high school. There are countless more memories that I can recall, like the nights playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the board game sessions conquering Catan at 3 a.m. while guarding the chapel, or recklessly trying to play Citadels in the car as we drive to Montreal. The midnight McDonald's runs, random lunchtime food adventures in Streetsville to Burger Legend, Osmos, or just calling you up randomly to hang out just cuz. Because Kuya was my role model, I basically became Jared in so many ways. Kuya got glasses, I got glasses. Kuya started to play guitar, I started to play guitar. Kuya started wearing stylish clothes, I would wait a couple years so I could wear them as hand-me-downs. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you, Kuya. And even though we're older and not around each other every day, I will never forget all the memories and everything you have done for me. I may not say I love you out loud, but I know that you already know, because you're my brother. Because every time I call you Kuya, every time I say my brother, what I really mean is I love you. So Jared, you're my Kuya growing up, you're my brother now, and you will always be my brother. And Alyssa, bro, you're my brother too. So I would like to make a toast. But don't raise your glasses yet. It's a really long toast, so I'll tell you when. Oh, wait, I need a glass. To the past and all the memories we may have forgotten, but we'll never forget because we realize what they truly mean now. To the present and all the memories and moments we don't realize define us, but make life worth so living. And to the future and all the new memories ahead, that we may forget those too, just to remember them all over again. Congratulations, Alyssa and Jared. Cheers.